All right, in today's video, I'm going to take a look at metals. They are at some risk. Let me go over to silver to start. Um, if silver drops below this pivot right here, this would indicate a failed daily cycle in play. And if silver um, left translates this cycle, then it's probably going to take gold and miners with it. So this is one thing I'm watching here. Um, if silver makes another lower low, then I'm going to anticipate the rest of the metals market will as well. All right, so several last week, couple weeks ago, whenever, I posted a video that we were seeing some signs of a bottom right in here as the miners were not following gold to new lows. This is where we got in to play this bounce, and then once price got up here to the 50-day moving average, that's where we got out, took profits, got back on the sidelines to see if price could get above the 50-day moving average, and so far it has not. So we're still back on the sidelines. Now I'm, not only am I watching silver, but I'm watching this RSI. If the miners in particular are still in the declining phase of an intermediate cycle, then RSI will come down and get oversold and probably embed in the oversold condition, kind of what has been happening here, where it gets deeply oversold. If it's in the advancing phase of an intermediate cycle, then this is just going to be a pullback from this 50-day moving average. We'll find a bottom quickly once the RSI touches oversold here, and then we'll bounce again, and then price will eventually will break through that 50-day moving average. At the moment, I don't know which I don't know which way to lean. I know that we had a good setup here for a bounce. We played that bounce. We had a setup here for some resistance and potential profit taking. So we got out of the way, and now we're just kind of in wait and see mode to see whether this bounces again quickly and makes a higher low, or whether this RSI starts to embed, indicating that we're still in the declining phase of the intermediate cycle. And again, silver is going to be a big factor in this. If it breaks that previous daily cycle low, then I would anticipate the rest of the metals will follow as well. And in that case, then we'll just stay on the sidelines, and we won't look for the next setup for a bounce and for another 4 or 5 weeks. These daily cycles tend to take 30 to 45, sometimes even as long as 50 days, and we're not very, this cycle is not very mature yet. So you would anticipate it would be sometime out into April, mid-April, and maybe even early May before we get our next daily cycle low. So we're just in wait and see mode right now. Want to see what happens once RSI tags oversold, and I'm very focused on what silver does over the next several days, and whether or not it breaks that pivot and makes a lower low, indicating the intermediate cycle is still in decline.